Hey, welcome back to the channel. My name is Alex, and in this video, I'm going to outline 10 stocks that I'm watching going into the end of the week and next week, and also 2 stocks that I actually bought already out of this list. If that's what you're into, stick around. All right, so before we get to the stocks, just thought I'd show you guys my market monitor. It basically just tells me which way to go, whether to buy stocks or to sell stocks. And how far along we are in a cycle. And so currently we are in a green cycle. It's been about 4 days. It's gone 2.3%. An average green cycle lasts about 12 days and goes about 3.78%. So we're a little bit stretched here, but it's still green, still early. So we're looking for things to buy. All right, so the first stock I want to show you guys is actually one I bought yesterday. This is ticker symbol DOCN. This is a DigitalOcean Holdings. This is a software stock, and they had earnings, I believe, 6 days ago. Big beat, big re-rating, and then they had an offering. And so after the offering, I decided to load up on this day here because all this volume coming in. I'm really enthusiastic about this much volume coming into these few candles. If it can get above this range, should do really well. If we go out to the weekly chart, this thing has been going sideways for quite some time, and we have this giant volume spike right here. It's the ideal location for a volume spike. So if this thing can get above, let's say $35, clear skies ahead, this thing should do nicely. And we are long the, I think, January 2027 leaps in this thing. I think like $25 or $27 strike. So that's DigitalOcean. We bought that yesterday. Moving onwards to the second pick. So I know we talked about this stock last week on the thematic update, but basically, we're about to have Fed rate cuts, and I think insurance and loans are going to be doing really well, like mortgages and stuff like that. These guys, they do insurance. Very speculative stock, but small caps, when interest rates go lower, they do really well. So Lemonade, this is some heat. We outlined it here on this video, and it's just continuing higher. Some volumes coming in here, to confirm the move. But if this thing can keep going, it's breaking out of a very nice base here, cup and handle, right? And previous highs were about $200. This thing is doing everything it needs to do to get going. So that's Lemonade. All right, moving onwards. So this is the third pick. I've actually been in this one for some time. We are currently short the $20 and $30 puts in this name, but basically, long story short, this is a biotech that's had some significant news. They make a lot of money, but a couple patients had died from their drug, and then the FDA rescinded it, and then the FDA brought it back. And it's just, a big drama fest in this thing. But essentially, this is in a nice spot. Big volume came into this candle, climactic kind of an action. It's breaking the quarterly moving average and above all these candles. So this thing looks pretty good right here. I think, mid target would be $25 or $30. Good for a swing trade right here. All right, so moving onwards to the fourth stock. This is RKT. We outlined this last week. This is a mortgage company. The quarterly moving average just crossed the yearly moving average, which is a very good sign. Starts new uptrends. This thing is breaking out of a nice little, or it's still inside of a cup here. So I mean, it's got space, up to about $20 or $21 before it will have to go sideways. A lot of volume coming in. Mortgage company with rates going down. All-time highs over here at about, let's say, $30. So another 50% upside, and a lot of interest coming into the stock. So that's RKT. Next one, this is another insurance company. This is Mr. Cooper. This thing is just going parabolic. I mean, this is a momentum stock, and I think it can get moving here. And I mean, it already is. It's already kind of going parabolic, but if you're looking for something that's gonna start going parabolic and have a one of these really climactic runs, I think Mr. Cooper's a good one. We're not in it, but we're kind of watching it. I mean, it bounced right off of the anchor VWAP from the Fed day perfectly, and it's just bouncing, and it's really strong. So this is Mr. Cooper, insurance and mortgages. Okay, so moving onwards to the fifth idea. This is another idea that I actually bought yesterday. This is CFLT. This is a software stock. It's called Confluent. They had pretty abysmal earnings, and they were going to sell more shares, so the market kind of tanked them again. Big volume, but I like the weekly structure on this thing for a pullback. It's same thing as DigitalOcean, same setup. Big range, big volume coming into the lows of the range, and it's reversing. So we like this stock for a swing trade. We like this stock for a position trade. Yeah, I mean, when you input the numbers to Grok or whoever, they say that these guys are still a leader, and they're still growing pretty decently, and they'll grow into a decent valuation, which will bring us to the top end of the range. So that's Confluent. All right, so the next stock is IT. This is Gartner Inc. This is another software stock. These guys provide data, and it's been just a monster of a stock for a long time. This is kind of a capitulation play. Similar kind of a setup. Lots of volume coming into the lows. We tested the lows. Can't make new lows, and it's bouncing today. So, I mean, I think this is at least good to, the 16 period moving average, which is, what is this, 11% from here. So I'll be playing this probably tomorrow for a bounce. That's Gartner. All right, so our next stock is CDE. This is a gold and silver miner. They just had earnings a couple days ago. I've been talking about this one for a long time. I'm going to add to it. This thing is just very strong off of the earnings. Huge earnings, huge beat, huge growth. This thing, I think, is just getting started. If you look at the monthly, okay, this thing is breaking a monthly moving average right here. And, structure right here. And, I mean, I think the gold and silver miner trade is just getting started. And all this volume here, where all these people got shaken out right before the move, yeah, CDE is primed to continue to rise, even if the price of gold and silver goes sideways here. All right, our second to last stock is APLD. This is a data center play, and I was worried about it today, going into the CoreWeave earnings, because, I mean, CoreWeave kind of had earnings, and they dropped like 18% today. But it didn't affect APLD, which has a deal with CoreWeave, so it's just grinding up higher. Had good earnings. Looking to add to this. It's about to break out. It's a backup action here. I think this thing can get to 1750 pretty quickly here. Yeah, and it's breaking out of a nice little structure, so it's looking good. And our last stock is BMNR. We've been in this one. We made a trade back here, and then we started adding back to it when they did this offering at around $30. But now we're starting to sell some calls on this thing. We did a call trade like 2 days ago on this thing right there. But I'm looking for this thing to pull back to the anchor VWAP from the Fed day, maybe around right here, because I know they're selling a lot of shares. They raised about 23 billion so far this week. I mean, this is like, well, that's the volume in the candle, but they're raising a lot of money. They're selling a lot of shares. So I think this thing can pull back. If we can get it back and add more around $50, there's a lot of long-term growth for this stock. This is an Ethereum treasury company. All right, guys, and that's it. That's all 10 stocks. Really appreciate it, and I hope you guys have a fantastic week. Take care.